Namaskar Bhundara, hello friends and welcome back or welcome to my channel Elena Today. Tunikamonacho, how are you guys doing today? So it's been a while since I've done a baking video and I found this really great coconut bread recipe. Never made it before. I've changed up a couple of the ingredients in the recipe, so I'm hoping it turns out well. I thought I would go ahead and make it with you guys because coconut is in abundance here in India, and so you can easily get coconut anywhere and make this delicious, easy recipe. So let's go ahead guys and get started. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do is you're going to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we're just gonna take a simple bread pan and I'm just gonna oil it a little bit. Now, if you have like parchment paper, then you could easily put that on bottom as well. It's just gonna help it pull out the bread easier, but I'm just gonna leave my bread in here or slice it and put it in a container. So just coat it really well just so that it doesn't stick too much to the sides. Okay, perfect. That's it. Next, we're gonna need two separate bowls. We need one bowl for the dry ingredients and one bowl for the wet ingredients. So we're gonna start with the dry ingredients first. We're going to add flour. So here I have regular white flour or Maida. So I have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Just pour that right in. Then I'm gonna use baking powder, not baking soda. And I'm gonna use 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So just pour that right in. Then we want 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, you don't have to, so I'm adding this into the recipe. I think cinnamon might go really well with coconut. So I'm gonna add 2.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, or sorry, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Now, if you don't like cinnamon, you can omit this part. And then I just took coconut from a fresh coconut. I opened it and then I shredded it and then I let it sit in the sun a little bit to dry. And I got about 2 cups of coconut, but you can do 2.5 cups of shredded coconut. Well, before I add that in, let's go ahead and mix all these together first. We'll just whisk it all together real quickly. Oh, really smell that yummy cinnamon. Okay, now we're gonna add the shredded coconut. So because I shredded it from a coconut and this is all natural, I do have a couple of brown pieces, but not too bad. And then we're just gonna mix this all together. Perfect, so now all the dry ingredients are done. Now we're gonna start with the wet ingredients. So get yourself a separate bowl. Now you want 2 room temperature eggs in here. We're just gonna whisk those together. Perfect. Then you want 1.25 cup of coconut milk. Now if you don't have coconut milk, that is okay. You can use regular whole milk or regular light milk. It's up to you. I'm using coconut milk because I love coconut and I really want the coconut flavor to come through. Perfect. Then we want 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. Now, if you actually have like coconut extract, like coconut flavoring, that would work just as well, but I only have vanilla, so that's what I'm gonna use. Perfect. Oh, smells so good. Okay, so now for this recipe, it calls for 6 tablespoons of butter, but I don't have butter, I have ghee. And I did look it up, and you can substitute butter with ghee, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's probably gonna give it a little bit richer flavor. Now, if you are using butter, make sure you melt it and then keep it at room temperature before mixing it in with your mixture or your liquids. Okay, we'll mix that all together. And then we're gonna add 3/4 cups of sugar, granulated sugar. So in India, again, the sugar is a lot thicker. So what I did is I just ground the sugar into finer powder, just so that it mixes better in with the liquids. And that's it. Now we're gonna take our dry ingredients, make a nice little hole in the middle here, and then we're just gonna pour in the liquid. Here I'm gonna use a spatula to mix everything together. And then mix it until all the dry ingredient, until you can't see basically the white flour. So really make sure you scoop underneath the mixture. Okay, perfect, looks great. So now we're gonna get our bread pan again, and we're just gonna pour it right in. Alright guys, so it is ready to be put in the oven. So I'm gonna use maybe about 60 minutes. Now everybody's oven is different, so around 50-55 minutes. Check it. What you need to do, or the biggest thing here guys to know that it's done, is that when you put a toothpick or a knife in the center of your bread, it comes out dry and clean. Okay, so let's go put this in the oven. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. Smells amazing. I'm gonna let it sit on the counter for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna dig in. All right, guys, it has been about 15 minutes, still nice and warm. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna eat all this. I just got a big piece on accident. I just want to show you guys. Wow, look at that nice brown. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. Smells amazing. Okay, let's try it. Moment of truth, guys. That crunch on top. Oh, really taste the cinnamon. Wow. That. The cinnamon was a perfect touch. Wow. That is delicious, and I can really taste the coconut pieces in it. Amazing. I can kind of taste the ghee. It's a little strong, but I actually really like that flavor. So if you're not big into ghee, then definitely use butter, but oh my God. Wow. Look how nice and soft this is. Let me see if I can get it better. Look at this. Wow. Let me see. Wow, look at that, guys. Soft. Oh, yes. Amazing. turned out phenomenal. So if you guys want this recipe, I'll put it down in the description box below. Definitely try it out. Super simple. I mean, the longest is the cooking part. I put it in for 60 minutes and then let it sit for 15 minutes, and that's it. And it was perfect. But that'll do it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button because it really helps to support my channel. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!